wanted to bring into everybody's awareness is that we're going to have the fall equinox will be taking place. I believe it's the 23rd, if I recall correctly. It's either the 23rd or the 21st of September. And, the equinoxes and the solstices, these are really important windows from a natural perspective, the flow of nature and the seasons, as well as the um, portals of energy that become available. This one's saying Friday, September 22nd at 11:49 p.m. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, yeah, about the 22nd or the 23rd. So I'll talk more about the kind of astrological happenings in the second half of the month, but I really wanted to put the equinox in everybody's awareness because, it's the period when we're moving out of light and into darkness. The summer solstice is the time when we're at the maximum peak of light of the sun's energy in the sky. And then after the summer solstice, we start moving towards the winter solstice, which is the period of greatest darkness during the year, short days, colder weather. And the equinox is the time when there's balanced light and balanced dark. It's like the yin yang symbol. It's that flow of energy, masculine, feminine, light, dark, outer, inner, and they're always in motion. It's always happening. And so as we move into this equinox and start to move into a period where the light is decreasing and the darkness is increasing, I would really encourage you to tune in with what that means for your life in the coming months. It'll be about 3 months from the fall equinox to the winter solstice. And if you think about this from a seasonal perspective, we're moving out of summer into fall and then beginning to approach into winter. And the fall is a time of harvest. It's a time of reaping the fruits of one's labor that really occurred, especially in the spring and was kind of maintained during the summer. And now, we're moving into the time where you need those fruits to sustain you for the winter months, a period of hibernation, a period that's more interiorized, not as much a time of outer endeavors. So I like this time of year. I think it's a really good time as things do start to cool down a little bit from the intensity and the heat, and the days start to shorten. It's a great kind of final chapter to really to both enjoy, especially enjoy. Yes, a little bit of work, but the work's really been put. It's a time to really enjoy the labors that have led one into this season, and then to prepare for the going inward. But we're not at the preparing time yet. We're really in the enjoyment time. So yeah, think about that and what that might mean to you. Whether you want to do a ritual, whether you want to set an intention. From more of a health perspective, it is a good time for cleansing, for purifying a little bit as the elements start to change. We're moving from that really intense fire element of the summertime into more of the air element. Things will start to dry up a little bit. Things will start to cool down. We call this vata dosha in Ayurveda, air and ether. And it's a good time to, with the seasonal change, give the body an opportunity to sort of recalibrate and prepare for the shift. So, in the summertime, we love cool foods to refresh us. We love, fruits and greens, and salads. But as we move in the fall, the diet starts to change a little bit. We begin to move into some of those heavier type foods, the root vegetables, the grains, the fats. Again, we're not quite there yet, but we will be making the transition. So it's good to do sometimes, a 2 or a 3 day light fasting, just to give the body again a chance to change, and then start to modify your diet as we move into the new season. So, I don't get as much of into that in the Jyotish system as I do in the Ayurvedic system with a lot of my patients and clients, where we really focus on diet and lifestyle. In this, we're working a little bit more with the subtle energies of the planets, but you can never separate the subtle energies and the gross energies. They're really all one and the same. So, you know, yeah, with that, I don't like to tell people what to do so much. I like to encourage you to kind of tune in with what feels appropriate to you. So I do encourage you to tune in with some kind of um, ritual to signify this fall equinox period. And I would love to know what it is. If you feel like sharing it, I always love to share my practices with people. And again, just have this be a conversation and a community that we're all doing these things together and just trying to expand our consciousness, create vitality and well-being in the body and mind, and be in relationship with life and these beautiful seasons and rhythms and elements that sustain us. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I'll do another video later in the month for the second half. And if I can support you in any way, please don't hesitate to reach out. And until next time, Satnam, namaste.